Hi YouTube, welcome back. This week I'm going to be doing some more makeup for you. Last time I did the Vivian. You can check out that video by the link in the description. This week I'm going to be attempting to follow the makeup tutorial of another legendary UK drag queen. We did the season 1 winner, now we're doing the season 2 winner. It is of course Lawrence Chaney! So I'm going to go shave and I'll be right back. Ooh, I'm back. So, the tutorial I'm going to be following today from Lawrence's channel is his surprise runway, mainly because he described it as a very typical Lawrence Chaney face, so that's why I've decided to follow that one. Now, of course, Lawrence, like last time, he's wearing a wig cap. I've never worn a wig cap. Last time doing the Vivian video is my first time wearing a wig cap under a wig. So maybe that's what I need to be the winner of RuPaul's Drag Race UK. That's the common thread, you need to wear wig caps. Okay, so he doesn't prime. I am not 23 anymore like Lawrence, so I am going to prime. I'm using the e.l.f. Poreless Face Primer Base Visage Anti-Pores. And I've gone ahead and done that off camera, so now my face is all silky and smooth and matte and ready for the makeup. Also, like last week, I have shaved off the start of my brows and also up into my hairline, just because Lawrence actually does shave up into his hairline. That's something I've done for a while, just because I have a tiny forehead, so I'm glad. So without further ado, let's get into it. So Lawrence is starting by drawing in his brows with brown. He says it's a fake flash palette. I'm unsure what that means. So I'm gonna use a dark brown contour shade. I have a pot of Kryolan Ultra Foundation in the shade 101. He does quite a sharp angle and then out, and they're quite thick, and he's going from the start of where his natural brow would be. So I'm just gonna copy what he's done. I'm gonna take a little angle brush and draw my eyebrows in the same way he did. So let's do it. Also, interestingly, he's doing his eyebrows first, which is the way I would usually do my makeup, just because I like it. Okay. This was my second attempt. I already did one and wiped it off because it was just not the correct shape. I still don't think this is quite right, but we move. It's happening, we're doing it. It doesn't not look like his eyebrow. Hey, let's just try and do the other one. Oh no. They're not matching. But I think maybe he's just got a longer head and a bigger forehead so that they look more in proportion on him, shall we say. Let's carry on, see what he does.
Right, so as you can see, they're not terribly symmetrical.
They're not.
But it's fine.
Okay, he's set his with a matching brown powder. My shade I've used is a lot darker, so I'm just gonna use some good old talc to set mine, just to try and sort of lighten the darkness. They're still quite dark, but they're just a bit more grey and muted. The colour on the eyebrows is a bit patchy, but that's fine because I'm going to be going back in a minute with some powders over the top. The next thing Lawrence is doing is he is going around his eyebrows with concealer. Let's do it. We're going down the middle and making the end of the brow a harsh line. Okay, and then he's just going all the way around the top. I'm just having a really hard time shaping them, and it makes me wonder if I should just try and use the products I would usually use to do my brow and hope that it still looks like his. Oh, okay, right, so this is what I've done. I have every faith that if I continue to follow this lovely tutorial, that I will look good in the end. Let's see what he does next. Okay, so he basically blended his forehead out with his foundation colour and set it. So I've put some of my foundation colour around that white that I was using to carve out my brow. Now I'm just blending it out, and then I'm gonna set it with just a bog standard setting powder.
It's the second week, which for us obviously it takes 2 days to film an episode. So we were on day 3 of knowing each other. And we had to both, like, trade is an easy one because, like, obviously it's like visual. But like Baroness bit, oh no, actually it was pretty obvious to you it was Baroness basic one for the visuals. I do think.
Okay, so now I've set it, I am not as mad at it as I was. So let's just move on straight to the next step.
Beautiful slug eyebrows.
Slug eyebrows.
I'm gonna add some powder.
Okay, so he's now contouring. He's not doing cream contouring. He is using powder contour on his forehead. So I'm just gonna follow his lead. Okay, so I've put some bronzer on my forehead, and for that I just have used the Be Perfect matte bronzer, which is a classic, cheap and cheerful. I find it does the trick for me. And then I just used a little brush just to sort of buff the edges of that together, and hopefully on camera it looks as nice as it does in person, so lovely gal. Now he is doing his underbrow highlight in pure white. I'm gonna be using my Kryolan Super Color Clown White pot, and a little brush all under the brow, and then all the way out in a straight line towards his hairline. Okay, brow number 1 done. I think it's looking reasonable so far. Okay, I think that's about as close to Lawrence's eyebrows as I'm gonna get. So, and he said to use your fingers, so that's what I'm gonna do. If it's good enough for Lawrence Chaney, it's good enough for me. Now, the next step that he's doing an all-over base foundation, and then using his contour color to do his nose. So I guess we'll do the same. So I've got all my base foundation on. He's also done his neck, so I blended down. Ready for my strapless dress that I'm gonna be wearing at the end. And then he's not done it on camera, but he has contoured his nose, and he's gone from the wide point of his eyebrows to a very thin point at the end of his nose. I think I might blend out a little bit of white down the middle of my nose over my base foundation, and then I will go in with a brush and my contour shade and draw on those train tracks. We'll see how it goes. So first I'll take a little bit of a white, and his nose he does his nose quite broad, so I'm gonna take it from either side of the brow there and pretty much follow the width of the brush. But as I go down my nose, instead of going flat with the brush, just slightly angle it. Try and give that effect of it going like this on the nose. Okay, that doesn't not look like his. I think I've got a shorter nose than him. So I'm just gonna go in with my finger and blend that white out that's there, just to marry that into my forehead a little bit. Good thing about this part is if I've done the white slightly wonky, I can save it when I do the contour color. Okay, so I'm gonna take now a little brush with just a little bit of brown contour shade. Just gonna try and follow that line again. And just swooping it down like that. And then he's just blending it sort of down the side of the nose, just to blend it out a little bit into our foundation shade. Let's continue that same step for the other side. Okay, so that's what we've got so far. I think I've maybe done mine slightly darker than his, but what can you do? We're not working with the same products, so it's kind of just a bit of a free-for-all, a bit of a guess, really. It's going well so far, I feel. It's going okay. After all my, like, worries about my eyebrows, which still don't look quite right on my face, but I'm sure we'll fix them later in the video. I'm confused. Is that clown white? Okay, no, right, fine. He's doing his highlight colour. So he's doing his highlight colour in the standard drag places. So he's going here on his apples of his cheeks, and then bringing it up here into that white we did earlier. Also, please do not judge my slapdash slapping it on. I never promised I was good at makeup, just that I was gonna try. Okay, now he's done his chin highlight very big. I don't know why that is. Usually I do it a bit smaller than that, but this is his tutorial, so I'm literally gonna cover my entire chin in white. It might be maybe because he wants his chin to look more pronounced. I have quite a pointy chin, despite my double and triple chins here. So I'm not sure how it's gonna look on me, but we're transforming into Lawrence Chaney, so get into it, I guess. And then he's just blending it out with a sponge, so let's go. Okay, still think my chin is very white. Okay, something I've noticed about his tutorial, he's not really explaining what he's doing, he's kind of just showing us. So yeah, I'm like with the nose, I've had to kind of just guess. I think if I try my best at copying how I think he's done it, I'm gonna end up looking like him. So we'll see.
For my eyes, I map out everything with my NYX Epic.
Oh my god, okay. He was blending and now he's suddenly powdered, contoured and blushed. Let's do that. Okay, hun. UK, hun. He's already powdered, he's already contoured and already blushed and done his signature nose tip. So, I'm just gonna follow his lead and I'm gonna powder, do some bronzer and then we'll come back for the blush. So, because he doesn't show us how he's doing his contour, what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and contour to try and make my face look a bit more like his. So, for example, I'm going to try and do more of a rounded, appley cheek. Yeah. Okay, so I've done a little bit of cream contouring, which I'm now probably just going to set and bronze. Oh my god. Okay, so my mirror fell, knocked all my brushes off the table and then nearly smashed a glass. So, I'm back. Okay. Right. We're gonna continue to bronze. And I'm just sort of buffing it in with this little angle brush moment. Okay, I think we look pretty bronzed. I'm gonna go back in just around the edges of that with some setting powder, just to sort of make sure that my light section and my contour section just marries together. Okay, so the next thing he appears to have done is blushed on the apples of his cheeks and up into his contour and then also the end of his nose. And he's used sort of a dark reddy pink. So I think I'm maybe gonna use this one, Dragon Fruit, from the Be Perfect Bright Matte palette. And basically blush over the end of my nose here. Okay, looking at it now on my skin, I feel like I need to go back in with a slightly reddier shade. And then just buff that sort of up the nose slightly, but not all the way to the top. And then he appears to have gone over the end of his nose with white and then draw a line in it. I think that looks about right, right? I'm just gonna set that white. And then he's got a line down, a very precise line down the center of it. I think he's used black, but I think I'm gonna use a dark brown lip liner just because black is confusing to me. But if it looks wrong, I'll go back in with the black. Okay, you can't really see this dark brown. Like, drawing a line down there on your nose, it's never something I thought I would do, just drawing there. Very strange. That didn't work. So, I'm gonna go back in instead with an eyeliner. And this is just a bog standard eyeliner. It's the Maybelline High Precision All Day Matte Black Liner. Okay, I think I've done that. I think I've done it. Okay, cool. Boom! Okay, now I'm going to take a blush and just blush the frick out of my cheeks. I'm gonna start with a lighter pink and place it where I want it, because if you start with the lighter colour, you can always get deeper and darker. But if you start with the darkest and you can't blend it out and it looks terrible, you're screwed. Okay, you can definitely see it. I think I might get a deeper shade of blush and leave the apples of my cheeks this, but then sort of blend it into a slightly deeper, darker blush as it goes back, because he's very blushed. Blush me cheeks, and I'm presuming he did a bit on his forehead as well, so let's just go over our forehead contour. Okay, next he's mapping out his black eyeliner and where his cut crease will be. And he's going from inside his inner corner, do a big curve up, and then out to a wing about here. Okay, I may have done this wrong. Lol. This is why you watch them do it in full before you do it. Okay, I'm back. He's drawing a big liner and then in black, a huge fake eyelid to do his shadow over. And I don't have a lot of space on my eye, so I'm gonna have to do this all slightly smaller, I think. Let's just have a go. This is not going well. I mean, it's not the same as what he did, but we'll deal with it. Now he's doing black under his eye as well, so let me attempt that. Okay, now I'm gonna attempt to copy that on the other side and hopefully make all of this look better. Okay, so what I've decided to do is just make my eyebrows thinner in an attempt to give me more room for this eye, which means they aren't gonna be super like his, but at least the eye makeup will be more accurate. And I feel like the overall picture by the end, you people will know it's Lawrence Chaney. I've drawn the eyeliner on, roughly. And now I'm gonna try and draw on the fake lid. So I'm just gonna go in with a little angle brush and some black cream product and attempt to just copy his shape that he's done and hope for the best. So here we go. It's not quite that, but it's done now, so we're gonna go with it because I've been trying and failing to do this makeup for hours. Okay, so he's going over the fake crease with what looks like a dark brown and then sort of a lighter brown. So I'm gonna dip into that Be Perfect palette again. We're gonna start with Bare Necessity, which is a light shade. And he's basically just done it all over where he's done that crease. And then he's also done it underneath his eyes as well. I'm so clumsy today. Let's try that again. So then he's taking a even darker shade and going close to that line that he's drawn. Okay, so I've done my browns and my darker browns and blended it all out. It's looking a little bit cray-cray currently, but I think once I've gone over my liner in black and done the whites again on my fake lids and under my brows and everything, it might just come together. I'm gonna wait and see what Lawrence has in store for us next. Hopefully it will fix the messy eye I've just done. I mean, overall, it actually isn't that bad. Like, if I sit this far back, maybe. I can see where it's going and I know it's gonna end well. So let's just get into it. Okay, so it looks like he's going back to his eyebrow. He's using eyeshadow and eyeliner to darken the ends of his brows and then to draw in individual brow hairs. And so I'm gonna have a go. I'm first going in with black shadow and I'm gonna do the ends of my brows and hope for the best. Okay, so I've tried drawing some individual brow hairs in with limited success, but it looks okay. Oh my god, he just fully jumps. Okay, right. Well, he's gone in and filled his fake crease with some silvery glittery some product. But before I do that, I'm just gonna go back into my underbrow and just basically do what I did in the Vivian video last week, which is go back underneath the brow with a bit of white, blend it out my finger and go back with some white shadow over the top, just to sort of smooth out some of the rough edges of where I've put this dark eyeshadow on my eyes. So I'm basically just gonna go in a line from like the middle of my brow, and then just sort of take my finger and just buff. Then with another little brush, I'm just gonna go over where I've put that white, just literally underneath the brow, and put some of my shivering white. And then, I don't know if you can tell on camera, but I definitely can tell that the white under there is a lot brighter, shall we say. So then I'm just doing the same thing. Bloop, 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 bloop. Okay, now he's filled in his fake lid with silver glitter. It appears to be like a metallic foil product. I don't have that. So I think what I'm gonna do is use some clown white, and then I have a silver iridescent glitter, which I'm gonna use on the lid, so. Ooh. Okay, so I've kind of stamped that on, roughly on the bottom side, and then more precisely on the top side. And now I'm just gonna, I guess, have a go at sticking the glitter to it. Is that a match? Roughly. We're gonna say yes. I've just done a little bit of touching up off of camera. I've gone over the black because it's kind of faded a little bit. I just like sharpened up some bits, smoked out some bits, went over some of the whites sort of here and in my inner corner, and just generally tried to tidy up what we had done because it was a bit of a mess in places. I'm probably just being a perfectionist, to be honest, but I think it looks pretty good so far. We're gonna carry on now, and he's going in and doing his lips. He's taking a brown lip liner and he's just lined his lips all the way around, so let's have a go. Now he's overdrawn on the side as well and gone out like this, so I've tried to do that a little bit. Okay, I've definitely drawn my lips a bit too big, but it's because I got the shape wrong, and you know sometimes you get the shape a bit wrong, you're like, oh, I'll draw a bit over more, or draw a bit over more. Now I need to make that one match. Oh, I did that wrong, over a bit more, gotta make that match. It's a slippery slope, okay? I've kind of got them to a symmetrical-ish place, so we're just gonna hope that the lipstick saves it, you know? Though, I'm looking at myself and I don't not look like Lawrence Chaney. I mean, he has quite full lips that he's done, so maybe my lip is the same size and I'm just confused. So he's then going in with a red lipstick. So I'm gonna try and use this, which is the Christian Audette Gigi Good collab in the color Blood. I'm just gonna smack that over the whole top of everything and hope that it all works out. Oh, she is bright. This is definitely not the kind of red that he's using. But I found this Huda Beauty lipstick in the shade Ladies Night, just sort of like a purpley berry red. And what I think I'm gonna try and do is I'm gonna try and put some on the outside of my lip to leave the inside of this brighter red. So, I guess that's my lip. Not quite as neat as I'd have liked. But overall, I'm looking in the mirror. I don't feel like I'm not looking like Lawrence Chaney. I also noticed he'd done two little moles here and one just here, above and below his eye. So I went ahead and did that. I think the next and last step is setting spray. So I guess I'm gonna go do some setting spray and lashes, and then I'll be right back with the finished look. Ooh. Lawrence Chaney! Okay guys, so this is the finished look. I've got my updo and my little tartan dress. Surprise, surprise, it's not Lawrence, it's me, Pixie Polite, giving you another flawless illusion. And I think I did quite well. Okay, the new! This has been fun, and I've had a camp time, and I hope you've had a camp time. I think the main difference between this tutorial from Lawrence Chaney and the one I did last time for the Vivian is, With the Vivian's tutorial, it was very in-depth, like specifics on what products to use, where and how to do it and why we're doing it. Whereas with Lawrence, a lot of the video, I was just watching what she was doing and trying to copy it. And some of that was a bit of trial and error. I had to wipe a few things off and start again. I had to go over some stuff. But overall, I think the finished visage is actually pretty good. Comment down below which makeup tutorial you want me to follow next time. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, share, and all that jazz. Make sure you follow me on all other platforms. I'm on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Oh, and TikTok. I've joined TikTok. Anyway, it's time for the cringy montage. Hi.